See if I can do the C-bum TikTok first pump cover reveal.
Right.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So it's been a little while since we've done a proper professional training video. But here we are. This is an RG gym in Manchester. It's a commercial gym, but it's actually full of decent kit. It's all hammer strength, life fitness, Cybex. So it's good stuff in here. So I don't mind coming here and training. It's a little bit busy, as you can see. I mean, it's a Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Expect it to be a bit busy, but I'm training chest tonight, so hopefully everyone train chest on Monday. It's International Chest Monday, so hopefully doing it on Tuesday means we get on what we need to do. So I am 11 days out from show number 1, and basically the plan from Sunday, that's just been onwards from 2 weeks out, is just to start dropping fatigue off, start getting rid of a bit of inflammation in the body. Basically we want to get the body in a position where it's going to be as responsible as possible, so that when we enter peak week, we start manipulating carbs, water, stuff like that. It does exactly what we want it to do. So the idea of the session is to go in today and still lift 100% of the weights that I normally lift, but we've reduced the volume a bit, so there's no back off sets. It's just going to be top sets, working sets. Intensify is still in there, but we're going to keep a rep and reserve on everything. So when I'm one away from failure, instead of grinding out that last rep or whatever, I'm just going to put the weight down and move on. So we've still got the stimulus of the heavy weight in there. Still pushing decent weight, but not annihilating us, breaking us down, because at this point I'm already in condition, I'm already very dry, very peeled, so we're reducing the risk of an injury, and we're also reducing the amount of inflammation that I'm going to hold in the body as I head towards peak week next week. So that's the general idea. Hopefully the lighting in here is pretty kind to me last night, and I get a bit of a shreddy pump on, which I'm sure you'll see, but other than that, energy's low, so let's just crack on with the work. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get these chest and bicep pumped. That's when you know someone's on prep, when they're buying trainers. Engagement ring. That was an expensive prep fucking purchase. Yeah, I mean it was worth it. Obviously now I'm married and that, I actually got a fucking nice ring, but oh my god. Talk about prep purchases. Most people buy like fucking nice suits and shit like that that they're never gonna wear. Got my missus' engagement ring, did something for her, and took her away on a nice weekend to propose, so nice guy. Basically, I'm the best person on prep ever because I'll just marry her. She's got nothing this year. She had no presents. Like a normal day, I eat my breakfast out of one type of bowl, and if it's a high day, I eat it out of a different type of bowl. I always use the exact same spoons. Unfortunately, like, they're my bowls, my missus doesn't touch them. But if I got there and it wasn't there, oh my god, I'd lose my shit. I'd lose my shit. I'm like, where's my fucking breakfast bowl? It's so weird. You get really clingy about the weirdest things. Fun part. Alright, so exercise number 1 is the Smith incline press. So pretty much all throughout the off season at the start of prep, I would start with a decline barbell press, which I got pretty damn strong on. I got up to 4 plates a side for like 5 reps, which, I never thought I'd bench 4 plates, but we got there. And then about 9-10 weeks out, I was pressing and I felt a small ping in the chest, so decline, I had to pull out for a bit, I had to pull back on chest training unfortunately, and so I moved incline dumbbell press as the main movement instead, which was going really well. But from last week we switched out so it's all machine work now, so that again, just to reduce the risk of injury. You know, when you're moving free weights around, the risk of injury is a lot higher than just using something fixed on a plane. So we're on the Smith press instead. Watching a video the other day of Kevin Levrone, 11 or 12 days out from, I think it was the 98 Olympia, and he was still flat barbell benching 5 plates aside, incline barbell and 4 plates aside for like two or three sets per exercise. It was like, how on earth are your joints held together? Because that is it's a crazy heavy weight to be doing anyway, but to be doing that so close to a show when you're lean and dry, psychotic, man. Absolutely psychotic. We're all babies now. In the 90s, they were real men. We were like, oh no, did too many steps today, I need to have a deload. Pathetic, modern bodybuilding. Annoying in between height. Kind of start halfway through a rep on this. Can't have everything. Intra-workout. 1 serving of EAAs, 5 grams glute, creatine, 2 grams of taurine. That shouldn't have taken me that long to work out what's in the drink I've had like near enough every day for years. But that's where my brain's at. And it tastes nice because it's tropical flavour EAA, so I get to taste something whilst I train. Which at the moment means a lot. Shameless plug, Full Bore Sports, Manchester-based company, deliver all over the UK. Use a discount code that someone has because I don't have one. Not yet anyway, but they're a great company, stock a lot of great products, worth checking out. I use the Trained by JP EAAs and stuff like that, you know, so obviously if I use it, then it's really good, so you should use it too. I'm going to lower the weight, because that, even though it flew up, I know I'm going to get tired quick. So, I mean, as you can see, that 3 plates moved very easily, but when you get to like the end of prep, like, you have these sets where like, you know, you feel good, but you know you tire out really quick, and I just knew that I'd get to like the 4th rep in, and like my energy would just go. So I don't really want to drop reps too low, especially because I'm keeping a rep in reserve. So sensible, pulled the weight back a bit and just really challenge the muscle with it. This will still feel heavy and it will still get tiring quick, but I know myself well enough to know that that would have been a bad idea doing 3 plates. So 2.5 this week instead. But I've already built all the muscle, it's just keeping it there now and keeping it healthy. So I'm nearly at the finishing line. Rep in reserve. Boring. I'd have loved to have tried ground out with another one. So, flat machine press now. This hammer strength one is pretty good, but it's pretty deep, so putting those 10 plates underneath the stoppers at the bottom just helps me get in it a bit. And I feel like this is the one that's really hard. The more you lock out, more tensions on the pec, so I really like this machine. I'd recommend it. There you go, recommended by Nick Smurf, that's 10% commission. Thank you. Look at that, doggy dog world out here, man. Doggy dog world. Commercial gyms, mate. No good for you. Just raise your blood pressure. It's so weird trying to hype yourself up to do a set that's not a failure. But, yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. We'll do it with the close grip like that. I don't really like that fitting, but this wider one, it's just quite like a unique angle. In a way, it's kind of similar to the Prime that starts wide and converges, but you start from a flat and it gets really heavy at the top. It's just quite unique. Obviously, these little angles and stuff like that change the way your chest gets stimulated. So, you've done the incline on a bar and a Smith. And then this is just a bit of extra stimulus in areas that probably would struggle to get it normally. Pro tip for training your chest though, make sure when you're pressing, keep your shoulder blades tucked back to keep your chest up forward. Don't press and let your chest do this, because then the shoulders are taking over. Keep your chest proud and almost make sure it's pushing ahead of your shoulders. You want to keep the focus on the chest, because otherwise we're just wasting energy then, because we're not training what we're supposed to be training. And you run into shoulder issues as well, so. When I'm bulking, it's not sulking. Definitely sulking right now. I'm just talking a lot because there's the camera. The whole day I've been silent. Silent Bob today. That was heavyweight daddy. Oh, it's failure. Sorry, Andy. Shoes ruined. Shit. So this set now is a 4x4 cluster set. So it's four reps, 15 seconds rest. 4 reps, 15 seconds rest, 4 reps. So 4x4. Again, not going to failure, keeping 1 rep shy. So if I do maybe the last set and I'll do a rep of that, I'm probably going to fail the next one, I'll just put it down. But yeah, I really like cluster sets. They're hard. They get the job done. Bit of volume in there. Bit of cheeky volume on a lower volume session. managed 3 sets of 4 and 1 set of 3, keeping that last one away. Reserve. That's all the pressing work done. 3 presses, incline Smith, flat, incline, plate loaded. Now we'll do some flying movement and then on to biceps. Machine pack deck now, just 3 sets times 15, bit of a pause at the contraction and then a stretch, just to make sure we're getting the most out of the movement, bit of volume in there, bit of blood, again keeping it 1 rep away from failure, so not going too crazy, but there's a lot of control on this machine, so it's good for doing towards the end of a workout when we've already done a lot of the heavy duty stuff. I ain't got much more else to say because it's just pack deck at the end of the day. What else do you want? I need to see if I can do the C-bum TikTok first pump cover reveal. Doesn't quite work the same.
I only did it twice.
My training split, I like to do chest with biceps and then shoulders with triceps, then obviously I've got my own arm day anyway. Just because I feel like when you put back with biceps, like biceps are normally pretty fatigued by the time you get to it. There is a little bit of bicep involvement in like certain pressing movements and like things like the pec deck, but it's not crazy, it's not going to fatigue you the same as doing like an underhand row and shit like that. And again with triceps, there's a little bit of fatigue when you do like a shoulder press, but generally speaking they're still pretty fresh by the time you train them. So that chest and triceps back and bicep split, I just feel like it's not the most efficient way to train, add your arms into those sessions. Personally, chest and biceps, shoulders and triceps works really well. It's what Dorian did, and Dorian is like God to people in British bodybuilding, so if Doz did it, then we'll do it. But yeah, that's another pro tip coming from someone who also has shit arms, so maybe not the best tip. Maybe listen to me, maybe don't. Make your own mind. So as you can see, this is like a weird setup. Standing, back supported.
This is a members announcement. Can all members please put back the weights at its original place after use? Please put back all your weights at its original place after use. Thank you.
How rude. I was speaking, man. But you should put your weights in. Yeah, standing, back supported, cable curls. What we're doing here is being in front of the cable, allowing the arm to stretch back, really lengthen the bicep out, and then we're curling up. What we're not doing is we're not doing this. Because the cable's set low, as soon as like we come past that pivot point, when I'm up here there'll be no tension on the bicep. It will all be like through my elbow, through my shoulder. Instead, we're allowing the elbow to stay back and curling up like that. And it's known as a drag curl. A drag curl, your elbow stays back and your bicep curls up. So really nice way to thicken up the insertion point in the bicep. And then what we'll do is we'll switch it over and focus on the peak of the bicep afterwards. Give them a try. It's a good exercise. Next one, do a drop set on it, same weight again, 1 rep in reserve, and do a drop on it, again not to failure, so I'll get like a good 4 or 5 reps out of it. What I'll do is, as you can see on the working set, I'm really focusing on the squeeze. Then when I drop the weight down, I'll slow down that eccentric portion even more. Just add a bit of tempo manipulation, a bit of time under tension, just to try and really milk out what we can out of the biceps. So, incline bench. Normally do it with the easy bar, but I don't know what the easy bar is. I just use whatever is close to do it with straight bar. Cable curl. So like I said, we've taxed the lengthened portion. Now being in this position, we can really tax the peak of the bicep. And also it's a good excuse just to lie down for a second. Because your boy is tired. but should be tired at this point, shouldn't you? If you're not tired at this point, you're probably still fat or a psychopath. You've got to find the right lighting for carbs.
Oh, wait 1 sec.
No fat. There is zero satisfaction from abs. Abs are mainly genetic because I'm pretty peeled right now, and my lower abs don't pop through like a lot of other people's abs who are carrying more fat than me. So, but I get the shredded glutes, and there's some people that can never get shredded glutes. So you win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, shredded glutes only mean shit to bodybuilders, and shredded abs mean a lot to everyone. So my demographic is quite small who actually appreciate the shredded glutes. Hopefully you guys do. Going for abs.
Weights at its original place after use. Please put back your weight
checking photos, post-workout for Andy, the boss, to look at just to help him see what I'm looking like throughout the day. Obviously I do them in the morning, and then he's asked for them post-workout as well, so he's now got what I look like fasted and what I look like with some food and water in me, and it's just going to make any manipulations done next week for the peak easier, because he's got the eye. I just do what I'm told to do. So after this, I'll ping him, protein shake and ping him over to him, and then in the morning begin again, send him more check-ins, day in, day out, ticking all the boxes, getting ready for show day, 11 days out. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the YouTube video and a bit of training. Sorry it was a little bit less crazy, still accidentally into failure in an exercise, but give you an insight into kind of the preparations that go in right towards the end when you're lean and depleted. And hopefully if you enjoyed it, you'll tune in again for another super depleted workout. So yeah, thanks guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. The Naked Smurf. See you next time.